Hi boys, this is a video for you in music theory. Now music theory is reading and writing music. So anything to do with theory is reading and writing. So music theory. And just want to go through some basic notes and rests that we use all the time in music. And this is to help you with the exercise on the next slide, which is going to be adding up notes and rests. So let's just go through the basic ones. This is probably the most commonly used note, and it's called a crotchet. And it's coloured in. You can see that I'm colouring that in, and it's got a stem. That's called the note head, that's called the stem. And this is worth 1 beat, and 4 of them usually make up a bar of music because we usually have 4 beats. Let's go to the same length of note, but this is the rest. This is a crotchet rest, also worth 1 beat, but it's a silence for 1 beat. So for example, let's clap this rhythm. Okay, so starting here, we're going to clap the rhythm, and I count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest. Okay. So if I put the numbers of the beats underneath, 1, 2, 3, 4, bar line, that makes 4 beats. And for those boys that know, this is called a time signature, and it tells the musician that there's 4 crotchets in the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beat 2's a rest, and beat 4's a rest. Okay, so let's change it. So how would I clap that? Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Okay. If I put a repeat at the end, that's the 2 dots mean to repeat. Let's do it twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can hear that I went straight back to the beginning. Ta, ta, rest, ta, 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 rest, ta. And if I put my beats underneath, 4 beats in the bar, and I can put my time signature 4, 4. Okay, let's look at one more note value. Talking about theory, music theory, reading and writing music. So this is another common note. Now it looks like a crotchet, but this one is not coloured in. It's hollow, and it's called a minim, and it's worth 2 beats. Okay, so I could have, how many minims could I have in a bar of 4, 4? Well, if you thought it was 2, you're right, because they last for 2 beats. So I can only have 2 of them in a bar of 4, 4. And I would clap them like this. 1, 2, 1, whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I hold my hands together because the note lasts for 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's also look at the rest. Now, on the stave, which is the 5 lines of music, the minimum rest sits on the 3rd line. So I'm just going to write here sits. Okay. If you see that, you know to count 2 rests because it's worth 2. Well, it's 1 rest, but it's worth 2 beats. So it's slightly different from a crotchet rest. So let's put one of those into a line of music. So, actually I'm going to do 2 bars. So I'm going to start with this. Then I'm going to have a minimum rest. And then I have a bar line. And then I have 2 crotchets. And then another minimum rest, and I'll have a repeat as well. So let's see if we can clap this. We're starting here. She'll put the beats underneath. That lasts for 2 beats. Ta, so that's 2 beats. This lasts for 2 beats. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 crotchets. So we clap on each beat, and then another minimum rest. Makes up 2 beats for the last part of the bar for beats 3 and 4 in the 2nd bar. So let's clap from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's just review. Crotchets are worth 1. The rest looks like that. That's also worth 1. The minimum is worth 2. And the rest that sits is also worth 2. What's the difference between the top line and the bottom line? The top line, these 2 are notes, so they sound, and these 2 are rests. And rests are really important in music, just as much as notes. Okay, so that should be enough for you to complete the next slide, and you're going to be adding up notes. Let's just actually do one example. Crotchet plus minim equals crotchet's worth 1, minim's worth 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3. Okay. Let's do another example. Minim rest is worth 2 plus a crotchet rest, 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, so the same answer there. Alright, see how you go, boys, with this, and don't worry if there's anything you can't do. We're going to do more of this later when you're back in class. Okay, see ya.